Hello, Internet. How you all doing? Hi, hi, hi. It is I, Mr. Fonzie. Letters A. Yeah. Hope everyone is well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to, well, more Lego. I mean, there's not some sort of wildebeest come wandering through that's painted like a rainbow. That would be cool to see. That would be cool to see. But no, no, nothing of the like today. Today we're back with Lego. You can see I'm doing the Lego Technic Rubicon Jeep. Bit of clarification, this episode is being recorded in May. It is currently 23rd of May. Now you can ask yourself, Matt, why on earth is it recorded on the 23rd of May, but yet we're not seeing it till the end of June, if not the beginning of July? Well, short version, I built a lot of Lego. Hey ho. Anyway, today we're back with the Lego Rubicon Jeep. There is, if I can remember this now, there are 4 build bags to this. 2 bag set 1, 2 bag set 2, so there's not a great deal. I think there's a rough guess. I'll write it on the screen to correct myself because I will get this wrong. If I remember correctly, I think there's around 600 pieces. I'm going for 600, I don't know, I think I'm close. I'll put it up on the screen what it actually is. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with some Lego. We're doing the Rubicon Technic Jeep. I've had this for a couple of weeks. But like I say, I build that much Lego. That the videos are literally I'm building now, and the videos aren't going to be coming out onto YouTube for a couple of months. But don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Um, I've been to Lego and been to a Lego shop and spent, well, a lot. I have an addiction called Lego. Sue me. I'll do a separate video on what we bought when I went. But never to say, there's a large bag over there full of Lego. We'll cover that in a different video. Anyway, yes, I've had a lot of coffee today. Yeah. Excuse me a moment. Anyway, today we're going to start with building the Jeep. So this is going to be over 2 episodes. So we're going to do one episode for this one, for this build bag, and another episode for the second build bag. Then she'll be done. Have found out something fantastic today. There is a lighting kit for this. There is also, I have found out, lighting kits for most of the speed champions I've built. How fantastic is that? So yes, very soon I'll be dedicating a whole episode to fitting lighting kits in vehicles. So stay tuned for that one. I'll post up on the odd socials when that one's going out. So we're going to start with build bag club 1. Ta-da! So some of the parts are made, some are not made. It's you know the drill by now. If you've been around long enough, you know the drill. It's how it works. Some are made, some are not made. Just just speeds it along a little bit better. And here's me yammering on, like, just shut up, Matt. Just be quiet. Fine, I'll be quiet. So there's the first piece, just like it's there. Your big L with your small yellow. Shush your beans, Matt. Shush your beans. Sits like that. Then that pushes through underneath there. That's your blue 3 with your 2 long blue pins. Then it pops on top like that. So your normal service has been resumed now. And then we sit that like that. And then we get a long blue pin, push that through there. like so. So it kind of sits like that. Take our doodly what's it? You say doodly what's it? It's a doodly what's it, yeah. Take our gearing or turntable gearing sort of thing. It's a massive bearing is what it really is. Slot that between the two like that. So basically like that, you've got the three blue studs there, 3 in the corner there, and the one on its own. Take your grey and then push it over the top like that. Ta-da! That's a chunky piece already. Next, look at that like that. Put your blue pin through like that, so it looks like that. Okay. And then push that in like that. Now this is one hell of a chunky piece. That is solid. That is going nowhere. That piece is. That piece isn't. And next, turn you on your end. You see like that. Even though the Lego bucket looks flat, it's not. It's at an angle. Yeah, it's Lego. Push that through like that. You get your little 2 with a spline cup. And then how do you plug in that way around? So that goes in there like that. And that then goes through there. That's a yellow 7 with a yellow 3 at the top. So 7 at the bottom, 3 at the top there, coming outside. Pop you on like that. Ta-ta! Now comes the fun bit. We've got to cover all these pins. There we go. Bosh. Done. Next piece. Get your little doodly what's it. Pop that on like that. Like that. Next tub of pieces. Like that. Push your red pin through there like that. So that now locks that all together. That's all solid. That ain't going nowhere. So next, get your 3 with your red spline holder. Doodly what's it like that. So that now looks like that. Like 2 horns. Did I happen to mention I've had a lot of coffee today? I've had a lot of coffee. Right, so you need 2 short blue pins and you need 2 extended blue orange pins with splines. Spline jobby pins. Right, that goes. That goes that way around. So you got blue pin in. Like that. leaves the gap in the middle. You've got pieces rolling everywhere. Next, we're going to make this doodly what's it, which is here's one I made earlier. So I will place a image on the screen there somewhere, or there, or over there, or it's on the screen somewhere. It'll show you what this looks like and how it all goes together. Like I said, I've had a lot of coffee today. So that sits like that. Push your dark grey 5s on, so they're now either side. This is very, very solid, this piece. Very solid. Take your yellow 7, slide that over the top like that. Then flip this over, like so. Alright. Then we take our long blue pins, push them through like that. And through like that. Ta-da! Right then, next, insert another image to show this arrangement. But basically what this is, 2 yellow T-pieces, dark grey cup in the middle, long blue going through, and then we've got 2 short blues in here, which attach, sorry no, 2 long blues, my apologies, 2 long blues which attach from here, through here, into here. My apologies, 2 long blues. Image up on the screen to help with the clarification of my, yeah, shut up that. And so then we're just going to push this orange pin through like so. That's now wedged on there, that's now locked in. Orange pin and a blue pin. We'll sit them at the end like that, and then one back from that like so. Clarification, why have I got that spare? That's why. Missed a step. Never be afraid to go back and check something if you're unsure. There we go. Good. So when it starts to get interesting, we're going to now start working on the steering already. The steering is not usually till about halfway through, but this one, it's right at the beginning. So there's not many pieces to this one. It is, in Technic terms, quite a simplistic build. again, more steering arrangement. This is on a tilt. That will become, why that's on a tilt will become clear in a few moments. So next, take your drive shaft jobby. It's 3 yellow extended to a 3 yellow. So that goes that way. Aha. He says. Right. Okie dokie. Slight little bodge up. It's fine. I'm trying to put it in from the wrong end. But we all make mistakes. After all, I am only human. If anybody can tell me what film that references, you win a prize. No Google. Still only human. So that's that, which goes at the end here. So those pins at the end there, they lock in to hold this in place. This is a bit fiddly, is what this is. Like so. That's controlling your steering now. Okay. Next, put our little spacer on there. That holds it in place, obviously gaps it. Put your gear on top of that. That's basically the beginning of the drive of the steering portion. Large portion, yes. Shout out to Hale and Pace. What up, lads? Like so. Bosh. See, it's all very sturdy. No issues there, no flexibility issues. Next, black bore spline into an orange cup, which then fits, I believe, goes in there. Or it would if it really wanted to. There we go. New Lego. You've heard me mention it before, it's a bit stiff. Then you get your two little housings. So, and then we sit them right behind the orange pin there. Like so. Swiftly moving on to the next hub. Yeet! Got pieces trying to yeet themselves off the table. Next we want this piece. So it's your cross plate with two long pins in there, stubby ends into the plate. They match this side, so they'll then push through and hold the opposite T-piece in place. Like so. Right. That's cool. Next we want this bunky arrangement. 7 yellow, your 2 holders, and then a black pin in there. Technic wouldn't be Technic without the black pins. It just wouldn't. They're everywhere. They're in everything. I think every set of Lego I've made, apart from... No, even some of the polybags have had black pins in. Yeah. Mmm. A slight problem, I think. No, nope, yep. Nope, ignore me. Ignore me, my brain fart. Push our 2 black pieces on like that, so it kind of mirrors it each side. I just started this side and mirror it on that one. That time we started on this side and mirrored it on that side. That's where the confusion came in. It's all right though. All is good. All is good. Next, dark grey 9. Very simplistic piece. That goes through the chassis there. That's an extra strengthening beam. Like so. Holds it together. Right, onward. Two blue pins, dark grey cups, very, very simplistic. They pop onto the red upright T-pieces. Next, we want our large red pins. There are 2 spline cups. Slide them down on the orange pins there, as far as they'll go. There you go, like so. Next, you take your dark grey 9s, line it up with the black spline shaft, and then push as hard as you can without clipping your fingers. Because Lego has nipped me so many times. Honestly, I could take bets on how long it's going to take before I get pinched again. Right, anyway, rant over. That's on. Take your two spacers, pop them on, like so. Next comes the seating. It's already had its Rubicon stickers attached. There you go. Sticker set. A lot of the bricks for this don't have stickers. They would actually, by the look of it, they seem to be laser printed straight onto the brick, especially for the front end, which is in that tub. There we go. Finagle it a little. Bosh. Straight on. Ah. Next comes this piece. Now this piece is bit of a bit of a thing. So the image is here. I will place this image on the screen for you to have a better look. Hopefully you can see it there as well as here. But basically, there you go. You got capped dark grey fours, or you can use capped, any capped four you want. They're there. You've then got your four-way brackets there, your three bracket T-piece there. You've got your blue threes there and there. Obviously, one blue pin's going all the way through. Yellow cup holder there. It's not too complicated. Forward a couple of pages, and there we go. So we'll leave those blue pins there because we need them in but a moment. Don't go rolling nowhere. So basically, this is the beginning of the front of the steering rack. I know, steering rack already. That kind of goes on there like that. And then you take your long blue pins, push them through. Bit of a finagle, and they go through. I say this is not the largest model in the range. I would definitely say it is very usable in terms of display or play, whichever way you want to go with it. Yeah, I think this would be a lovely present for a young person to try it out. Give it a bash, see what they think. Start them off young with Lego. That's my thinking. So take your black L piece, small one, with a cup on the top, which sits on the blue pin there, red pin at the bottom, which locks this corner into place. That's one thing I will say about Lego Technic. It's always very, very, very solid. It's not flimsy. Like so. Ah. Next, that to one side. Take your spline and shaft. It's a one piece that pops in there like that, just like that. Next, you've got two tan nipple pieces, or whatever colours you've got spare. Two nipple pieces, small blue pin there, long red pin there, two red flats, and your dark grey 9. And then I want to place that on the bottom, like so. This, if I'm reading the picture right, just goes on the top like that. That sits like that. Yep, that is literally just how it sits. I'm not quite sure how it all connects up yet, but that is what it's asking for. Ah, that's where this comes in. Okay. So you got your little 3 spline yellow washer. You got your half holder there, and your cup there. The cup portion just sits on the top of this, goes through there like that. That's immensely simplistic. So basically, when I turn the handle up there, it turns the wheels through that immensely simplistic steering. But that is properly, as an engineer as I am, qualified mechanical and electrical engineer, I think that's fantastic. I wasn't quite sure how they were going to do it, but that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Next comes this kind of very complicated piece again. Two capped balls. You got your black. What would you call them? Double-ended spline jobbies underneath. light grey 3 there, and then long grey, light grey 5s through there and there. 2 long blue pins. Words, man, words. We use words. Right, spin it around. This is to go in the back. Now you've probably noticed we've got like a turntable arrangement here and here. The reason they're there is because the front and the rear of this vehicle have independent suspension. The suspension is not linked in any way, shape or form. It moves on its own, which I think is great. Right, so you take your piece like that, squeeze that down over the top like that so that bit's all locked in. Next, take your yellow splines and holes at the ends, your little double-ended diddly what's it, push them down like that, so basically the yellow pin is in the hole, and then that then locks that all together, but gives it the height it requires for the model without having to go too complicated into it. Next tub. Now then, we want 2 pieces, don't we? There they are. Put that to one side for a moment. Don't need that just yet. We need each of these dark grey 5s with the 1 black pin in each. And what we do is you take this, pop this in there like that. Just like that. Next we get our little tan pins. They're tanned short pins, cup and spline at one either end. Alright, and your little flat pieces. Okay, and you sit them in there. I was wondering for a second how we attach them then, but then I realised, yeah, there's a little grey piece, light grey piece in there, so they sit on that. Next, suspension components. Again, proper working suspension. So connect the yellow bit to the tanned pieces you just connected to. You just fitted. Like so. And then we take our long pins, turn this over. So the pin goes through the bottom of the suspension and into the bottom of the 5 dark grey that you placed there a moment ago. Alright, so that's now the rear suspension attached. So you need to keep it flipped over. It looks like it goes into the one. Yeah, we've got a little bit of compression on the spring. You want a bit of compression on the spring. Yeah. So Do that, and then we take our small red pins with our orange pins on top and slide them over the top of the suspension we've just fitted. This is to lock it into the bottom of the chassis. Like so. Ta-da! Goes in like that. Right, next is when we build, I believe it's this piece. So you've got your large L brackets either side, your four-way brackets in the middle, and your two black four-way pieces on the top, and then black pins with a cup on one end. One end, not both ends like I did when I was putting it together. One end. Made a bit of a mess doing that. Turn it back over like that. Bear with me a moment. I am literally just looking at how this goes together. The picture doesn't make any sense. Give me a moment, because I'll put the picture up on the screen. You can have a look for yourself, but just give me a moment. Yeah. Hold on. Need more tea. Hello, folks. We're back. Fixed it. Fixed it. I worked out where the issue was. I pulled these off and attached them to the frame, and then sat that on top. It was throwing me off a little bit, but we've got it worked out now. So next comes your steering wheel a bit, just for decoration. Does nothing else but for decoration. Next is the winch arrangement. Yeah, this was some fun to make. This was some fun to make. Basically, 13 dark grey, black pin, angle piece with, excuse me, black pin inside. Long blue pin to go through. T-piece, eyelet with splines, two's in there, cog, gear, winch piece, orange pin, cup, red pin. Basically all it is. It looks more complicated than it actually is. Again, I'll insert pictures to show how and what and where. Ah, there we go. That's why that's why I was thrown off then. Bleeding driving arms upside down. Yeah, that's how it goes. Like that. And then next tub. Where we want this lovely little piece. Ta-da! Now, to bodge this lot together. Oh, is this fun or what? We got that on. And we got that on. Like so. So hey. Bosh. Like I say, new Lego's always a bit touchy about wanting to go together. But once you give it a bit of a push, it usually sorts itself out. So again, more bracketry. Shout out to Project Binky, Nick Blackhurst, the bracketry master. Got a bit more bracketry work here. So this now attaches like so. So that attaches underneath like that. Attaches there to the hard points, and you've got another set of hard points here in there, which I am now going to push in like so. Got the opposite side sat there. Next, a little yellow bracket again. More? Yes, more. Lunatic. So we'll pop that bracket on there like that. And then we take our larger L bracket, pop that the other way, attaching onto all the hard points we've just installed. So I've got to try and squeeze this thing onto 4 different pins at the same time. That's no easy thing. It's fighting me. There we go. Ta-da! Bit of persuasion. Just a bit of gentle persuasion. Brute force and ignorance will get you nowhere in these situations. Bit of gentle persuasion solves it every time. Put it on that way around, and then we want this to clip on from the bottom one, like that, through there like so, like that. We want our black L piece. Take it upside down. And then we want to slidle. Yeet! I just tried to go kamikaze off the edge of the table. That will not do. Ow. See what I mean? Caught my finger again. So, next, this arrangement. Now, remember I said earlier about the fronts of it being actually, they're actually in the brick. They're in the brick. I think that's fantastic. I really am a fan of that. That's in the brick itself. That is really cool. So let's build this piece up. You put a 5 light grey through the middle, 3s on either end, extenders either side. Take our 3 yellows with again more pieces printed onto them. Push them on like that. Like so. These are capped brown 5s. Now feel free to use any colour you've got available in your collection. I've got quite a few in my collection now. I've had a good sort out as well, which is cool. So that's kind of helped a lot, having that sort out. So again, push more pieces on. Keep building up that front end. Then we pop on our eyeballs with the spline at the bottom. I never know what to call them. Never know what to call them. Just call them the eyeballs. So next you got a U piece, short blue pin there, your cup there. And that then literally just tucks off the brown. And the blue pin goes into the bottom like that. Like so. That completes that corner. Onto the blue spline, on the brown spline. Blue pin in like that. Just like that. Ta-da! And that leads us very nicely. Now there is a light, like I say, there is a lighting kit, a lightailing kit for this, and a Bricks Max kit. So they pop in there like so. At a later date, I'll come and revisit this model again and fit the lighting kit to it. I've got quite a few lighting kits to install at the moment. Quite a few. I am looking forward to installing all of them. Take your 5 dark grey, push that on like that. Right, let's have a look here. Yep, it goes on like that. So your short blue and your black 2-piece goes on there like that. Okay, so that's how it should look. Looking really good. Really good. And then we place that on here. That then goes through there. The orange pins pop through there like that. That holds that like that. And next we have to do the other side so the whole thing can attach. So flip over the page. Our next piece. So we've got a black 4 with extender, 2 cup holders and 2 bobbles. And we want that way around. That goes on like that, then sits like that, so it sits on the piece below. And take our little, again, bracket. Slide that on there like that. Push the pin in. A combination of L brackets. So I've got that piece on the wrong way around. Right, bear with me a moment. There we go. So now we're actually in the right ballpark. This should all fit together. All that because I had one pin in the wrong direction. Oh, come on, you went together a moment ago. Like I said, the choice of new Lego, so stiff. There we go. Ta-da! Again, new Lego, very stiff, and I'm trying to engage 4 different pins on 3 different planes. I've got 2 pins there, then another pin further over, and then another pin further up, and then one popping in. So literally it's 4 pins in a spline. Anyway, that's now in. So next, goes like that. Right. in there like that. That goes down like that. We get our small bracket. Like so. Hey. There she is. There's build bag 1. What a ride that's been. Blimey. Anyway, I'll bring you build bag 2 in the next episode. Again, I do apologise. I've been awake for, again, a few days. As soon as you will know, some of you will know, I am autistic, and because of my autism, I also have sleep apnea. I struggle to sleep. Period. Days can go by without me sleeping. So at the moment, I am in the middle of that period, so I'm trying to do the best I can to get to sleep, but it's just not happening. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll bring you the next episode of this very, very soon. Yeah, today's been a bit of a rambling one. I do apologise. I'll see you all soon, my friends, on the next episode of Lego Fonzie. Let us yeah. Good night. God bless. Wherever you are, please sleep. I wish I could. And it's over to Peter Griffin to give us our lovely outward volley. Ta-ta, my friends. May the Fonzie be with you all. Good night.
The Fonz be with you.
And also with you.
Let us A.